What's up, YouTube, and welcome to the .NET C Sharp series. And today we are looking at more of the loops that C Sharp has. So, in the previous video, we looked at the forward and the backward loop. Now, let's comment all of this. We also have for each loop. In this type of loop, you don't have any variables or condition; it runs automatically. You just have to specify the item in the list and then it works magically. You declare a variable. Let's make it string. Then you say in list. So every time the iteration is run, an item from list comes inside item and then the loop runs. Then the second item from list come inside item and then the loops run again. So each time entry from the list comes inside item and then you proceed with the loop. So it's easy as that. After the for each loop, we have while loop. And to work with while loop, we have to declare a variable like int, let's say last index equals to the same thing that we did in the reverse loop. Then let's declare while loop. The last index should be greater or equals to 0. This is the criteria for the while loop to work. If this criteria becomes false, then the loop finishes. Just print last index. We should call this index and index minus minus. So it's just like the while loop. The only difference is that in the for loop, we define all of the condition right here in the round brackets, but in the while loop we can define the condition midway. So even after the condition of index minus minus, I can say, so this is the difference. Minus minus can run anywhere inside the loop. So in the for loop this happens automatically, but in the while loop we have to define the position where the decrement or the increment occurs. Let me define the while loop again to show you the next loop. What if I do this? The index is less than 0. Currently the index would be 23. So the index won't be less than 0. So this loop won't work. Let's see. So the loop didn't work. But our next loop is do while loop. It is written like this. And the difference is that if I run this, you can see that Theater 2 was printed. So the loop ran one time even if the condition was false. This is because do while loop believes that run the code first time, then check if the condition is true. In all of the loop, the condition is checked before the first iteration, but in the do while loop, the first iteration will always occur. Let's talk about the for loop again. So I have a keyword called break, and what it does is, let's say after the I is equals to, let's say 10, break. So you can see that when my I became 10, it stopped the loop immediately. So this is what the break keyword does. We can define a condition like this. The condition could also be if list is equals to, let's say, chemistry, then the loop breaks. When the entry of the list was chemistry, so the loop finished early. We have another keyword, continue. Let's define this keyword at the start of the loop. So this is a condition that, in simple words, the entire loop ran. But we can't see chemistry over here. So you can see that list number 7 item is missing. So when the loop reached the chemistry, this condition became true, and this continue keyword finished the iteration early and didn't let the code run at the bottom and continued the next iteration.
So this is all for the video. Thanks for watching and do subscribe to the channel. See you next time.